Okay, so I'm gonna review today, 11:20. So this morning started out. Here, let me show you my plan real quick. I'll zip that down. Okay, so last night, I thought it's been kind of crazy. Yesterday was its first red day, and it really didn't do much. It went down, but kind of just reclaimed it. So I thought that maybe we get just a nice consolidation day, and we really go nowhere. So my thoughts were just play the range, play the outside of the range. So I was thinking 158 for short, and then 140 or 150 basically for a long. So I'll jump into the. I'll show you this chart first. And I'll show you the executions. Okay, um, so this was the morning. We get a nice flush down, but we didn't quite make it to 150. Um, we made it to 151, so still, a solid dollar off, which is like kind of surprising because normally these, when they're running up, the morning washes are pretty gnarly most of the mornings. Like I mean, look at this one, it's big wash. Normally they're pretty big, so I wanted to use the outer lines, didn't want to use any kind of inner lines. So washed down, didn't quite make it up there, but then it spiked up and then hit my 158 line, which I shorted. But then it just acted strong and it was hanging right up here. So I actually flipped my bias and longed it um, for a nice little gain, and I'll show you that right now. But this is basically, it did exactly what I thought. Just range today, didn't really go anywhere. So let's see. So here's my executions. Um, didn't quite make it down to my buy area, 150. And then once it hit this line up here, I was getting in with a stop loss above this swing. Stopped. I gave it a little bit more room because of this, because normally when I don't, I it stops me at the top, which will get better at, but that kind of stupid. Pull back into my range. Actually, even went in my favor a little bit had I stuck to it. But I think this was good that I got out because then if I was still in this position, I wouldn't have seen the long. I don't think. But I was just acting strong. I had a lot of trouble going down every time. Um, every time some green prints would come in and just pop it right back up, and they had to really work hard to push it down. So I knew there's a lot of supply, um, or a lot of buyers. So um, when it spiked down again to VWAP, I thought so. I was thinking it was gonna buy here, and I was like, it's gonna spike down first for sure. It always does. It spikes down, shakes people out, and then rips. So it spiked down to VWAP, held it, um, and it popped up nice. I was up like $3 at the max, pulled down. Um, I was expecting a pullback, but I was like, I want to take something off just so I'm at least making something in case this comes all the way back. Cause I was expecting it to range, so I didn't want to have to expect too much of a move. So I took a piece off, and then it started consolidating. I was right here actually. I was like getting ready to put another piece on, and then it just took off without me. So I just was like, you know what? I'm not gonna put the piece back on. I just let it go, let it ride. It kind of topped out here. Just didn't want to go anywhere. Started getting really slow. You can see this little volume area or this little consolidation area. Nothing was really happening. If you look at it on the profile chart, um, at the today, I mean, look at this. Barely any volume going in. I'll even go on a 1 minute. It just not much volume was going in up here. You can see nothing, and it was a high, so it's like, man, if it was gonna run, it was gonna run. Especially Roku. This thing doesn't mess around. If it breaks out, it's gonna really run. So when it broke out, barely made a new high. I just cut it when it broke this down below this little swing low. Um, and then I had to go to work, so I missed the short. But overall, I thought, I was kind of proud of my trading this morning just because I saw the bias, I saw the short, it didn't work. I flipped it, my bias, longed it, made money. Obviously, the short worked, just later in the morning. So I'm gonna just keep getting better. Making these videos, I feel like helps because I can talk it out and really see what I did and think. I guess when I'm talking about it, it makes me think of things a little different. So that's ends today's review. Tomorrow I'm gonna kill it, baby. Let's go.